Calden Green. Life Beyond the Screen. Life Beyond the Screen. Calden Green.
Does anyone know the first words ever spoken on a telephone? It was, "Mr. Watson, come here." Those are the famous words spoken by Alexander Graham Bell to his assistant, Thomas Watson, March 10, 1876, through his first telephone. Now, over a century later, through many technological advances, we have the life-giving, life-saving, life-changing, I can't live without it, the cell phone. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, family, and friends. My name is Calden Green, and today I would like to talk to you about the consequences of cell phone addiction. Now, I was thinking back to a conversation me and my auntie were having, and now my auntie, she's a bit older, not that she agreed, but she came well before me. And as we were talking, she randomly said, "You know, you're really addicted to that thing." At first, I had no idea what she was even talking about until I realized I had been on my phone during our entire conversation. While talking to my auntie, I was just mindlessly playing Angry Birds. That night, when I went home, I started to think, am I really that addicted to my phone? I heard of people being addicted, but was that me? After my auntie's observation, I began to take notice of people around me, specifically my family. In the living room, my dad sits on his phone, scrolling through Facebook, and across from him, my sisters are also on their phone, one watching YouTube and the other one playing Roblox. In the kitchen, my mom holds her phone in her hand, listening to the news while she stirs a pot of soup. And all the while I'm thinking, what is going on over here? We're not even bonding. Does this sound familiar to any of you? Well, it was way too familiar to me, because that night I made a change. I decided I was going to take a break from my cell phone, and I wanted to see how long I could go without it. 30 minutes went by before I picked up my phone again and checked those messages I received. I hadn't even received any. It was all in my imagination. And I was thinking to myself, my auntie was right. I am addicted. Then I did some research, and I found a 3-year-long study published by the National Library of Medicine. In it, they took 400 youths and separated them into 2 groups, high cell phone users and low cell phone users. And the data they found was extremely interesting. High cell phone users experienced more depressive episodes, mood swings, and had higher stress levels. To compare, I looked at the effects that cigarette smoking had on young adults. And would you believe it, they also had higher depressive episodes, mood swings, and stress levels. Cigarette addiction and cell phone addiction can have the same effect on your mental health. Not only that, but cell phones can kill just as much as cigarettes can. In fact, the National Highway Transportation Emergency System posted data about all 14% of all fatal car accidents happened because of distracted driving. And between 2014 and 2016, 4,000 people died as a result of distracted drivers. So I asked myself, are my phones really that important? Can I separate myself from my phone and still have entertainment? Most children nowadays have so little attention span because they're addicted to their iPads and their phones. In conclusion, you should limit yourself to less than 2 hours a day on your phone. Instead, with your newfound freedom, you could pick up a book or clean something that your wife has been telling you to get to. You can bond with your family because just playing Roblox with your cousins is not going to be enough. In my opinion, I think phones are great. Of course they are. You can communicate with people all over the world. But in the end, the person that you need to communicate the most with is yourself. To fight cell phone addiction, I'm so sorry. What you need to do is make the most of a life beyond the screen. Madam Toastmaster.